creating your ideal environment is a big part of your success. So who here could benefit from more ideal clients? Or what if you could have a better relationship? Or what if you could create future relationships or future business all because you took this time right now out of your day to design people that make your ideal environment really, really successful? So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to design ideal people so you can start to get predictable results. My name is Alex Morgan, and I help you align your actions, your beliefs, your dreams, and your thinking so that you can create success. And success is here, and you might as well be ready for it. And one of the easiest ways to be ready for success is to design the people in your network. How much time do you actually spend designing the people in your network, your ideal environment, the people you're going to spend a lot of time around? This can be your inner circle. This can be ideal clients. This could be your current spouse, your future spouse, whoever it is. So there's a reason why we want to design people in a really specific way, and I'll get to that in just a minute. However, I want to explain what it really means to design a person, and the reason this is so important. The reason it's so important is there's three main problems that people have. The first one is a lot of people, they haven't focused on what they want, or they don't spend time designing what they want. The second problem is people don't know who they are. So they don't even know their own attributes on the inside, who they are, or they don't know their beliefs or their values, the things that they make them successful. And the third problem is people don't really put the effort into their mind to create their ideal future. And if you spend time designing this, then that's putting in the effort. So now you know why this is really important. You really know what it means to design and why you can do this to really solve one of the problems. So about actually designing a person. So think about it for a moment, who you actually want to design. So if you have a business, maybe you want to design more ideal clients. If you're in a relationship, maybe you want to design the person you're in a relationship with so you can have a better relationship. So you can do either, or let's say you're not in a relationship or you don't have a business. You can design a future person that you want to meet. And the reason I'm suggesting all of this is I have done this before. I've written out many attributes of people and I've seen them in my reality. So if you are thinking, well, does this really work? This is just like designing anything in your reality. However, why not have connections in your life? I mean, as humans, we crave connection. This is all part of us being here. So why not build these really good relationships through designing people? So here's what you want to do, and you're going to break it up actually into a few different categories. So in total, you want to have 25 attributes for the ideal client. That's probably all you want to do. Have at least 25, or a future spouse or your current partner, whoever it is. So you want to have 25 total. No less, have at least 25 though. So let's not make this more difficult than it is. Go for 25, and you're going to break this up into a few different categories. The first category is you want to design attributes they have before they meet you. So you want to think out into the future, because really success begins in the future. So what is this person going to have before they meet you? So think about that. So have some attributes out of the 25. Go with this. Attributes they have before they meet you. And the second thing is attributes you notice that this person has when you meet them. So think about that. When you meet this person, what are the attributes that they are going to have? Now, why is this so effective? Because when we're thinking about when we meet them, we're actually giving our mind even more data to meet this person, our mind is then going to create this person. Since we're designing it in our mind, it can easily come true in our reality because success begins in the future. So if we're thinking about meeting this person in the future and all the things that they're going to have, it's going to be much easier to meet this person. If we don't ever think about this person, maybe they're walking by and we simply are not going to notice them because your mind gives you what you focus on 100% of the time, and your mind is way smarter than you think. So that's the second one, attributes that you notice they have when you meet them. And the third, this is important as well, because now we're going to take it even further. Attributes they have after your first interactions. So what do you notice that these people have after you actually interact with them? This is pretty interesting to consider, isn't it? Because oftentimes we're not limited by the things that we want to do and cannot do. We're often limited by the things that we haven't considered yet. So this really goes into that category. What are the things that you haven't considered about people that if you actually consider these things about people, you're going to start to notice them in your reality? So to go over the three things, and then I'm going to give you a few more details just to recap here. So attributes they have before you meet this person, attributes you notice they have when you meet them, and then attributes this person has after your first interactions. So have attributes in each of these three categories here. Now, when you're writing out these attributes, there's a few easy things that you want to follow. The first thing is check your linguistics, your language. You want to use positive language, and we want to notice how congruent you are. How much do you agree, or how much do you really feel that this is going to happen with the other attributes? So, for example, you're not going to say if you want a new client, you're not going to say they're going to not take a while to pay. Instead of saying that, that's with using the word not. So you don't want to use that because you're focused on not taking a while to pay. The unconscious mind deletes that word not. It doesn't recognize not, and it thinks about takes a while to pay. So if you want someone to pay right away, you're going to say, my client is ready to pay now, ready to pay in full now, ready to pay right after I send the invoice, or whatever it is. So something that you're focusing on what you want. Or in a relationship, you're not going to say what you don't want from previous relationships. I don't want this person to work all the time, for example. So you're not going to say that. You're focused on something that you don't want. So your mind is then focused on the work all the time. You focus on something that you do want. I want this person to have a balanced work-life reality. So that's something in the positive. Those are examples for a business and a relationship. So you can keep the attributes between 5 and 7 words, and it can even be less than one word. That's fine. So this is really how you create people in your reality. It's pretty simple, isn't it? So think about it. By creating an ideal person, for your business, for your relationships, for your future, what is this going to get for you? And what does this allow you to do? Keep in mind when you're doing this, what is the result that you want? What's that one result that when you design this person, you're absolutely going to get it? So definitely share this with someone who will benefit. I really appreciate you listening to this audio. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the audio and subscribe to the channel. And comment below, what's an attribute that you would really like this person that you want to meet? What is it that you want them to have? Or if you've met them already, how would you like to see this person improve? Comment below. This will really help us build a community of people that want to create their ideal future and predictable results. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope to see you on the next video or the next audio.